Hi there guys, welcome back to ESC Adam. I'm Adam, she's Becca.
Hiya.
And in our Eurovision journey, we have reached Poland and their entry this year, which is GAJA by JUSTYNA. And if I butchered that, please Queen, don't hurt me. But yes, we have reached Poland. You're going to hear our thoughts on it. You'll hear Becca's thoughts first, then you'll hear mine. So let's do it. And
I would do a spin around on this chair, but that's never going to end well. So let's chat about GAJA for Poland. JUSTYNA, absolute tour de force. She has so much confidence. She is fierce. She is such a strong female artist, and I love seeing that at Eurovision. That is what it's all about for me, is when we see not just female artists, but when we see an artist that just oozes confidence and is there for a reason and means business. JUSTYNA at the national final for Poland just blew everyone's socks off, really. She did. And I thought the staging was great, really kind of fun, but also really powerful. You know, it kept you engaged, and that's really important, I think. Does have a lot more dance in it than a lot of the other entries this year. And in the past, when we've seen that, people have kind of lost interest a little bit because they're not singing, and ultimately it is a song contest. I feel with this song, with GAJA, it kind of works. Like they've got this perfect balance between the dance and the singing. She does have a very, very strong vocal, and of course, let's not forget that she has competed in the Eurovision Song Contest before. She has a lot of fans behind her already, and I think that will help her tremendously, you know, when she comes to performing at the semi-final. Do I think she's going to qualify? I think so.
They call me God. I'm the love, I'm the light.
they call me GAJA. I can't hold the note as long as she can, but oh my goodness, Poland. JUSTYNA did take part in Eurovision 30 years ago, back in 1995, and if you listen to that song and then listen to this song, talk about chalk and cheese. Now, she's in her early 50s, not that she looks it, but her vocal prowess on this track, and also her stamina, because there is a lot of, from what we've seen so far at least, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of dancing, there's a lot of complex elements to this, and I'm not just talking about the spin, though the spin is kind of iconic, even though I've decried it before, it is kind of iconic. And I think this surprised a lot of people when it stormed the national final. Obviously, she has a fan base that she's cultivated, but I think this is a really, really strong choice for Poland, one of their best in recent years. I'm going to go that far. I think the fact she's already displayed how she can nail this vocally, and then if the staging, if we can adapt it a little bit, the national final staging was decent, but I think if we can adapt it to make it even more epic and grandiose, then honestly, I think we might be in for one of the most standout performances of the year. That's not even a joke. This song holds a lot of potential, as does JUSTYNA, and I think this would be a really great showcase for her, her vocals, how she's developed as an artist over the last 30 years as well. I've got a thing in my heart saying that this could be really special. Is this enough to take Poland into the top 10? Again, I've said this for the past few songs, but I arguably think it is. I think this song has enough in it that if all comes together correctly, this could be a surprise placement. I think it's going to do really well with juries, and it might even pick up more than we expect in the televote. Honestly, though, I'm just rooting for JUSTYNA on this one because I think she's a great artist, nails this song to a T, and just with the right tweaks to the staging, this is easily has potential to be one of the most memorable performances of Eurovision 2025. And there you have it. Those are our thoughts on GAJA, the song that is taking Poland to Eurovision this year. Poland didn't qualify last year. Do you think this is enough to get them through this year? Let us know in the comments down below. Is this your favourite? Is this not your favourite? We want to hear all the thoughts down below.
And of course, subscribe for more Eurovision content. That was a really long, Eurovision content. It's your Eurovision.
Certainly is. We also have a goal. We want to try and hit 1,000 subs before we go to Basel, which the clock is running out. So please help us get there. Please hit subscribe. But in the meantime, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.